In our last video, we talked about why you'd want to get into commercial cleaning in the first place and how to get started in a successful commercial cleaning business. So in this video, we're talking about the gaps in the industry. Why would you want to get into an industry that is chock full of competition?
Yeah, there's a lot of players out there, no doubt. We mentioned how many there are in the previous video. So even though it's full and there's a lot of competition, there are a lot of gaps. And the gaps are easy to identify when you get into this industry, but they're actually quite hard to rectify. And by rectifying these gaps, you've actually created opportunity to be real standouts in this business and to be able to hang on to your business for a really, really long time. So let's take a look at these gaps because they're actually critical in order to be able to grow a successful business.
Yeah, that's right. So when you enter this industry, you're going to notice that there's lots of people who are just getting started. They've just got a mop and a bucket that's got some clean cloths and a vacuum cleaner, and all of a sudden they're a cleaning business. That doesn't work long term, and there's a lot of frustration in the marketplace. And we've done surveys and identified over 70% of people being dissatisfied or at least open to alternative proposals. So they weren't crash hot on their existing cleaning service provider, and they were looking at a more professional service. But the question then is, well, what does a professional service look like? What are some of the things that a lot of cleaning companies who would call probably unprofessional, not very professional, what are the things that they do that's different from a professional service?
Yeah, sure. So just to kick off with, I think, hey, not entirely their fault because they're kind of doing what everybody else is doing. So the industry is leading people a certain way, pick up a cloth and you're a cleaner, go out and do kind of the same things everybody else is doing. So what is everybody else doing that's not quite right? Well, the gaps are what the customer wants. So one of the things that the customer really, really, really wants is communication. They want direct communication with the person that is actually doing the cleaning. Why is that so critical? Well, it's critical because little things become big problems if the customer can't communicate with the cleaner. And I know a lot of you out there right now are going, oh, I just wanted to get a whole bunch of cleaning contracts and contract them out to somebody else and not have to worry about it. Okay, that's one model, but what we're talking about is entering into the market and capturing a bunch of business and looking after it and keeping it for a long time so you can go and get some more. So these gaps are critical. Gap number one, communication.
That's right. And I think the elephant in the room is price. So most people think, well, if there's so much competition out there, then everybody is competing on price. And that's not really the case at all, because it's so rare to work out the gaps in the industry. So because it's so rare to be a standout cleaning company, you can name your price. Like obviously that's within, there's obviously within some parameters. You can't be extorting clients, but you don't need to be competing on price because it's so rare to have a cleaning service that not only delivers consistently, identifies things that are unique to that individual client, and communicates well. There's a lot of other things. There's a couple other things, and we'll cover them in some future videos of what things people are looking for. But once you find the gaps that are related to client needs, you're onto something and you're going to stand out from everybody else. And the fact that there's so many other people out there competing for business just makes you look like the purple cow.
So what Damien's saying is, instead of going in and playing the price game, which is kind of your first instinct, if you want to get into this commercial cleaning arena, you kind of think if you're going to go talk to a customer, it's got to be price, it's got to be price. Well, the reason you're talking price is because you don't understand the other gaps. And the big gaps are the things that customers want and they actually need in order to get what they want, but the services aren't supplying that. So what Damien's saying is if you can create a business around those gaps, you can actually build value for a customer and communicate that value to a customer. You can start winning on value instead of price. Now you're playing a completely different game. And we are going to get into that a little bit more, but that's why you need to know the gaps.
In our next video, we're going to be covering what niche to go after, because it's one thing to say the gaps, but the gaps of what clients. There are certain clients where, you know, the contract value is big and you're probably thinking, yeah, I want to go after those big multi-million-dollar cleaning contracts, the stadiums and the hospitals and places like that. And I'm not saying that there's not opportunities there, but when you're first getting started in your business, that may not be achievable. Okay, it depends. You might have $1 million of working capital. You might have 10 years of experience in commercial cleaning. In that case, I'm not sure why you're watching this video. Maybe you can you'll grab a couple tips.
There's definitely some tips in there.
Yeah, some tips, especially if you're looking at scaling your business out. But certainly, if you're looking at getting started in a commercial cleaning business, you need to be thinking about what customers you should be focusing on, because that's going to determine what your business looks like. You're going to find out then the gaps that other people are not providing for their cleaning clients, and you can fill that and therefore stand out. So the competition is the opportunity in this marketplace.
So this video, just to summarize, it's just to remove that kind of predisposition around saturated, you know, verticals or saturated industries where you think there's way too much competition and you have to be on price. We're going to cover all of this. Don't do the price game. Competition here is opportunity. That's to summarize this video.
Great. And so in our next video, we'll be talking about carving the niche, what clients to go after. See you then.
Subscribe.